Hi, my name is Melly. Welcome to my channel. This is my first official YouTube video. I'm super excited to be filming this. I just recently opened a new Instagram strictly for my beauty stuff, my makeup collection, and skincare, and all that sort of stuff. That'll be linked down below in the description. I thought I would start with a palette collection. These are my favorite sort of videos to watch. I love watching makeup collection and declutter videos. So I thought I would start with my own just so you guys could see what I have. I'll start with palettes and then I'll move on to, in other videos, of course, you know, the brushes that I have, various face products, lips, all that skincare stuff. So yeah, let's get started, actually. I've only been into makeup about a year. Last December, I decided that makeup would be something maybe that I would like. So I went to Walmart. That's where this came from. I went to Walmart and bought, it was Christmas time. I bought one of those, you know, really big makeup, cheap makeup gift sets that have all the various stuff in it, like a lip palette and eyeshadow palette and like eyeliner pencil and like a cheap mascara, all that sort of stuff, just to see if it would be something I was interested in. You know, I wasn't interested in spending a lot of money right off the bat in case makeup was something I didn't like, that my face didn't like, that I thought was just not for me, you know? So I started with this. This is my very first eyeshadow palette. It's not bad for an eyeshadow palette. I've done a couple of makeup declutters, and every time I swatch this, I'm just like, no, that's not bad. I should use that more often, and I never do, but it's also very sentimental, being my very first eyeshadow palette that I ever owned. You know, most people start with, like, Urban Decay Naked, but no, me gotta go with the cheap Walmart stuff. So let's try to swatch a couple here. The setup I'm using to film is actually just my iPhone. Yeah, it's not great. You can really build it though and kind of play with it. The reason my arm is so sparkly, I have tried to film this video now like 5 times. I do have a 5-year-old son and a husband wandering around, and I don't have an actual beauty room. This is just my bedroom. So I am using my iPhone to film, and I have this thing that kind of goes around your neck and holds your phone so you can be hands-free. So you'll probably see it in the reflection of some of these mirrors coming soon. A little bit weird, I know, but it works for now. Let's see, the very next palette I bought was this face palette. This is by Physicians Formula, the Butter Collection palette, light to medium. This was also a holiday thing at Walmart. I got it for maybe $10, $10.99, I think. Came with, you know, it's a whole face palette, highlighter, blush, bronzer, and the fragrance. I really like the fragrance. It's very beachy. It smells like their butter products. If you've ever smelled any of the Physicians Formula, like the butter bronzer, so good. It smells delicious. So it has this highlighter I'm actually wearing today. If you check out my Instagram, very blinding, very pretty. It's currently the sparkling that's all over my arm. I'm not gonna lie, but I will swatch it for you. I'll swatch both of these. These are really soft. Oh, so soft. So that's the white one, a very gold shift to it, and this is the pink one. Oh, so pretty. If you put enough of it on, it's not really all that subtle. I really enjoy them. I think they're really pretty. So I do like this palette. It's a good face palette. I don't like how thick it is. It takes up a lot of space, so I need to take this apart and see if I can depot these and maybe buy a Z palette to put them in. I think that would be much more of a sort of an easier way to store this, but I do like this palette. The next palette I bought was this one. Yes, I can actually go in chronological order because like I said, I have not been doing this long. And yeah, this is my Essence palette. It's the only one I own. The Natural Look eyeshadow palette. I really enjoy this. This is 24 colors. Essence is also a very affordable brand. I know they sell it at Myers. I've seen it at Myers and Ulta, I believe. My Ulta sells it now. As well as, I got this one actually in Canada at a Canadian drugstore while we were there visiting family. This is a very neutral, mostly warm tone. I mean, there's a lot of cool tones actually spread. It's a very warm and cool tone palette together. I really like the shimmers. I'm really into shimmers. I mean, mattes are good and all, but let's be real. Shimmers are my thing, you know? Let's do some swatches here. See, the glitter is just really strong in those. Let's see, what other finger did I do this one? Look at those. Oh, I'm such into like the bronzy, I love bronze. I love the bronzy stuff. Also, ignore my nails. I know they're terrible and they're horrible and they're ugly and I can barely stand to look at them myself, but I don't want to spend money to go get them taken off. I've been trying to like peel them off and yeah, it's horrible. Ignore them. Anyway, that's that palette. I really enjoy this palette. Great shimmers. I don't really use the mattes a whole lot. Let me show you. I don't really use eyeshadow like this light, for instance. And rarely do I go super, super dark like that. I don't know. I'm weird when it comes to eyeshadow, I guess. I'm new. So, yeah, I like that palette. It's gotten some use out of that for sure. The next palette I purchased was probably this highlighter palette. I'm not sure if I bought this before or after I bought the Essence palette, but this is a highlighter palette. This is by the Cream Shop. It's the Halo Lovely Omega palette. Now, there were two choices at my CVS when I went to purchase this, and I chose the one with blue because I thought, wow, blue, that would make a really great highlighter. But I've since learned, not so much. Not really all that great, to be honest. I'm not a huge fan of this. I'd love to try more Cream Shop stuff. I know they have some great face masks, from what I've heard, as well as just other great makeup products. Not a fan. I'm not going to swatch this one. As I said, this is my 5th time trying to film this video, and they don't really show up good for swatches, but, yeah, not a huge fan. This one leaves like a white cast. That's obviously just blue. I don't know if I can really pull off blue. I'm not that adventurous when it comes to highlighter, I don't think. But yeah, this is a great little palette. This was anywhere from $14 to $18 at CVS. I don't remember. But yeah, that's that palette. I'm not really sure what came next after these. I feel like it was this one. I feel like I got this one at, I don't know if it tells. It was in a box, I think. Maybe not. I got this at a Marshall's, I believe. I saw someone on YouTube buy this palette and use it as eyeshadow because obviously I'm very pale. These are all very dark. Too dark for my skin tone as highlighters. This is an 8 highlighter. I love this for eyeshadow. This is beautiful. Like I said, I'm kind of really into the bronzy. I just like mixing it all up like this. I know it looks terrible and that might really bother you, but I really, really enjoy doing that. It makes such a pretty eyeshadow. Then we have like this. This is really good for like a glowy blush. It really depends on how glowy you like to go. This is a nice pink color. Again, very glowy. That also works as a blush for me. I don't really think I've played around much with this, the top one, Slay. That might make a really good inner corner highlight. Yeah, I really like playing with this palette. It's, I think it's the only makeup revolution product that I own. I'm obsessed with looking at their palettes though. I'd really like to buy the avocado palette because I'm really into greens, but I really love this palette even though I use it as eyeshadow. I do really enjoy this palette. Let's see, what else can I show you? The nude palette that I bought because I needed something other than that, this one. Obviously, because this is pretty much all shimmer anyway. So I thought everyone needed a nude palette. So I bought the LA Girl, the Nudist palette. I heard good things about this brand. Super, super affordable. Sold at my CVS. So I went with this one. There were several choices. But yeah, you see this funny thing I'm filming with. But hey, it works, right? For now. Yeah, this is this palette. There's a lot of mattes in this palette. At least some of them. They're very good. I've used this a couple of times. I've swatched all of them. I don't use black. Black really is not my sort of eyeshadow shade. I'm very fair-skinned. Yeah, but here, I'll swatch some of these for you. These are very good. Let's do this one. And one of these. Yeah. This is a very good nude palette, if that's what you're looking for. So, yeah, really pretty colors, really smooth, easy to use. This was recommended by several people on YouTube as being a good, affordable, neutral palette, and everyone needs a neutral palette, I've learned. So, yeah, I really enjoy this one, and they have some new palettes out that I'd really like to try. I'm very interested in trying some of their more colorful palettes, but definitely a great nude palette. Highly recommend. Okay, the next palettes, let's see, what did I do next? These I got at Marshall's. This one was $5.99. This is a W7 palette. It's called On the Rocks, Neutrals on Ice. This is a dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. Now, I'd be interested in trying the actual Subculture palette. I know there was a lot of bad reviews about that, saying the fallout was pretty bad and whatnot, but this color story, I really love. This is probably, the Subculture palette was my favorite so far of the Anastasia palettes. Color story, I believe. I've looked at the new Carly Bible palette, which actually really interests me as well, but I don't have that kind of money right now to spend on one eyeshadow palette. I will swatch a couple of these for you. So I would like to compare it to the, oops, not even doing that finger. That's the Martini green color. That's a yellow, and this is the, oof, that's the blue. I don't know how I feel about this palette yet. I'm really new to the game, so I'm not sure if this pigment is good, if it's patchy. It looks a little patchy, but I feel like you can build it up, and I believe it's Lauren May Beauty, who loves W7. I would like to try more of their products for sure. I'm really drawn to this color story, the sort of champagne and martini olive colors, the pina colada, and this color, I don't really know how to pronounce that. So I'm going to play around with it more, try to make some more looks out of it. I've only used it twice. I wasn't very impressed the first time I used it. So I'm going to play around with it some more and see if I can maybe fall in love with it. Yeah, there's that one. This one I also got on the very same day. This was at Michigan around Thanksgiving. BH Cosmetics Glam Reflection Gilded. Now, I had never seen this palette anywhere. I don't think I ever saw anyone talk about it. It's not on the website because I'm pretty sure they don't sell it anymore. This is the Glam Reflection. It's 15 colors, but look at this palette. Look at those colors. Is that not gorgeous? Oh, BH Cosmetics has my favorite formula. Out of the formulas that I've tried, most of them being very affordable formulas, BH Cosmetics is my favorite. Also very affordable. I got this, like I said, at Marshall's. Let me swatch some of these. This gold, to die for. Swatch some of these. Let's see if we can see this one. Look at that. Oh. So pretty. My favorite shade is actually this one over here. I don't know. You can't tell when I swatch it, but it's pink. It looks pink in the pan. It's got a very orangey, goldy shift. It's so pretty. All of these are just so buttery and so soft. Like, even the matte. You can see how soft they are when I'm moving them around in the pan with my finger. Swatching is probably my favorite thing to do, but I can't promise that it's going to be any good with this setup that I'm using. But the pigment is excellent. This is a very good palette. It's a pretty neutral palette with a couple of pop. That's a greeny, sort of like a lime green sort of color, and this pink. Very beautiful palette. Highly recommend it if you can get your hands on it. Like I said, I think it's discontinued, but such a good palette. Definitely one of my favorite palettes in my collection for sure. The next 4 palettes I'm going to show you are all BH Cosmetics. I got these on Black Friday. These 2 right here were on my wish list. When I first got into makeup, I saw these palettes and I was like, I have to have these. I need these in my life someday. And I got such a great deal on Black Friday. I believe these were like $8, a little over $8 a piece, instead of the normal price. So I grabbed these. I put them in my cart immediately and bought them. This was at the very top of my wish list. This is the Galaxy Chic palette. These are the Galaxy collection, I believe, by BH Cosmetics. Look at that. They're all shimmer palettes, which I don't mind actually, probably because I'm new, but I don't feel like I always need a matte. Maybe that's just me. Or I will grab a matte from like the Nudist palette, or, you know, one of my other palettes that has a really good matte in it. These colors are stunning. Let me sort of wipe off over here so I can swatch some of these for you. They're all shimmery. Again, also very, very, very soft. I don't know how they do it. But I was really drawn to these palettes. Let's try this Mars down here. These are so pretty. Look at that. Oh, I do apologize for all of the glitter on my arm. I have done this like 5 times. Hoping this one will be the one. Look at that. So pretty. Let's do like a marbled one like this one. This is Earth. Look at that color. Oh, stunning. I'm just constantly blown away by the quality of BH Cosmetics shadows, and I'm new to the game. Like, if I could just use BH Cosmetics for the rest of my life, I believe I'd be happy, you know? It's such a good palette. Yeah, so I'm glad that the very first things on my makeup wish list ever are now in my possession. Pretty exciting. I'm enjoying them a lot. This is the Aurora Lights palette. Again, an all shimmer palette in the Galaxy collection. Yes. Look at that. So bright, so buttery. You can tell I've gotten some use out of it already, mostly from swatching. Because let's be honest, I do a lot of swatches and when my friends are around and they want to look at my makeup. Yeah, I'm very drawn to this shade, Glowing, because it's a very greeny type shade. Look at that. Oh, that's so beautiful. I know I keep saying that over and over, but seriously, these palettes are stunning. Definitely worth the money. And now that I know what they're really like, I definitely would have been okay paying full price if I'd had the money. I'm on a budget, so you probably won't see any Anastasia Beverly Hills in this household anytime soon, or Natasha Denona. But again, these are affordable. Let's go ahead and swatch some more because these are just so pretty. Let's do like a blue polar. Look at that. These are gorgeous, are they not? They're just so pretty. Yeah. It's an all shimmer palette again. I don't mind that because I like shimmer. I like the sparkle. My shimmers are always my favorite. In any palette, I'm drawn to them. All right, these two I also got on Black Friday. These were about $3 and some odd cents. This is the Illusion palette. This is sort of a little rainbow palette. There's some mattes and shimmers in this one. I believe there's more mattes in this one than any BH Cosmetic palette that I own. Very good colors, very bright colors. We'll do some of the mattes here. And this, again, is a palette that I can use with one of my shimmery palettes, one of the Galaxy palettes, because it's got very bright colored mattes in it. And it's also got some really great shimmers. This one. This green right here. Look at this. I am really attracted to green shadows. I love greens. Green is my favorite color. So I've been looking at some very like strictly green palettes, like the Just My Look palette. There's an olive palette. I forget by which company. There's also Blush Tribe sells a green palette. It might be the Hasina too. I'm not sure. Yeah, this is a great palette. Like I said, I got this for like $3.60 maybe, $3.80. Super great. The pans are tiny, as you can see, about the size of my thumb, but I don't mind that, and I really like the quality of these shadows. This is my favorite little palette. The Golden Twilight, I saw this online on Black Friday as well, and I was like, I have to have that. It's very earthy. I like very earthy stuff, like the blues and the greens and the golds. Got some great mattes in this palette, as well as shimmers like this right here. Look at this. This is my favorite shade in this whole palette. Oh, green, so beautiful, right? This matte right here is also stunning. I love this burgundy color. Look at that. Oh, stunning. Let's see. Let's do this gold color up here. Look at that. This is a gorgeous palette again. BH Cosmetics has not let me down yet. I have 5 of their palettes and I love every single one. Highly recommend this. This is a very good easy travel palette as well as the Illusion, depending on what you're into. This has more of a neutral thing going on, and it's got some, you know, very neutral colored mattes in here. So highly recommend this one. Love it so much. The very last palette I'm going to show you, I scored at Target like a week or 2 ago. This is the Snow Babe palette. It's by Kai, or C-A-I. Never heard of him before. They had a couple of palettes, and I saw this one, and first of all, packaging, 100%. It is a little bit thick and bulky, but, oh, look at that. So relaxing. Love it. This has a lot of pressed glitters in it, which you need glitter glue for because they're very, yeah, they fall. There's a lot of fallout. It's glitter, obviously. I like the color story in this palette. Eggnog is a gorgeous shade for kind of like all over. I used this palette today. I dipped into these two colors and a little bit of this, and then some of, no, it was these two, and then this darker Chills over here is a shimmer shade. These 4 are the only mattes in this palette. There's like 7 pressed glitters in here, and then 4 shimmers. I really like this palette. I don't know if this will swatch very well on my arm, but let's do some of these mattes here. Yeah, it didn't really show up very much, but shockingly enough, they look really good on the lid. And then these are, you can't really swatch glitters. I mean, they're very glittery, as you can see. Really pretty colors. So if you're into glitters, I know a lot of people probably aren't into pressed glitters. I feel like they were done a lot this year. Most palettes, especially a lot of the ColourPop ones, had pressed glitters in them. But these you will need a glitter glue. I actually have some e.l.f. concealer, just like the cheapest e.l.f. concealer you can buy that I don't like as concealer, that I stuck on my lids before I placed the glitter. So I'm wearing this one, the Evergreen, today on my eyes, as well as Eggnog, Polar, and Chills. Really like this palette. Pretty impressed. It was a $10 palette in a company that I'd never heard of, and I was actually really impressed by it. And I would not mind trying more of their shadows. So thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I do plan on doing another sort of makeup collection, maybe lips. I'll probably do the rest of my collection together. Maybe it'd be about an hour-long video. So I don't know. I don't have a lot. Oh, that's my cat, sorry. I don't have a lot, but I'm slowly growing my collection and having fun experimenting and learning about makeup as I go. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel. If you'd like more content, comment down below what you'd like to see. And thank you.